The Scholastic Ball Report is sponsored by UK Sports Medicine and brought to you by Central Bank, Crown Trophy, Panel Swim Shop, PRAS, PrepSpin.com, Raising Cane's, Rafferty's, Roberts Insurance, Sutherland Chevrolet, and by Whitaker Bank.
Welcome into the Scholastic Ball Report. Gary Ball here. As you can see from that beautiful helmet, the Frankfort Panthers are in the house with us, and Coach Foley's here. And Coach, always great to have you on the Ball Report. I know you do a great job down there, and you've got a really solid football team this year.
We're really pleased where we're at right now. I can't do it without the kids. I've got some awesome kids right now, and I've got a good staff around me too.
Didn't steal that emblem from anybody, did that decal?
No, it's tweaked just a little bit to where it's ours.
And also, Lil P will have a feature later in the show. He went one-on-one with Dillon Wheatley. That's right, Coach. You've heard of that running back from LCA.
We faced him a few years ago. I think he was a freshman last time. I'm glad to be away from him.
Not a bad player. He's a senior now.
Yeah, exactly.
He's one of the best running backs in the state. Our scholar athletes, the way we highlight the academic side of it, they come from Boyle County girls soccer. And Coach Brian Deem, boy, he does such a great job over there. Last year, at one point, they were undefeated on the season. And his team GPA is like a 3.7, Coach.
That's incredible.
That's about like your Frankfort team GPA.
Yeah, absolutely. We may be a little higher.
That's right. And then we're going to go down to 27 down in Nicholasville. We're going to have another great Sutherland Chevrolet Drive of the Week as we head down there. And Riley Cunningham is here from UK Sports Medicine. He's going to talk to us. Let me get this word right, Coach. I want you to spell it for me. Acclimatization.
Yeah, that's not happening.
So we're looking forward to that. And Tom Live is here. That's right, Tom. He's the new owner of Panel Swim Shop. He's in with Rick Panel, and we're going to talk about that great transition and also the swimming and diving segment coming up on the show in November as always. All that coming up on the show, but you know what we got. We got the best highlights in the state of Kentucky with Lee Kay and Brian Milam. These highlights brought to you by PrepSpin.com, the leading digital network in the state of Kentucky.
Another huge game in Lexington tonight, and there's no sugarcoating this one. Every public school in town lost players to the new Frederick Douglass High School, and they're pretty salty about it, including Lafayette. The Generals have been the big dogs around Fayette County the last couple of years. Now the Broncos trying to trample on their territory. Does Lafayette make a stand tonight, or is there changing of the guard? Opening drive for Douglas. Montavian Bean will keep the bean. He will go 25 yards to the patch. Fifth play of the game. Broncos are up 7-0. The Generals answer here. Cameron Morgan out of the Wildcat. He gets into the end zone and tie it up at 7 apiece. Still in the first, Nate Gay goes in for Douglas. 2-point conversion good. Broncos lead 15-7 after the opening quarter, and Douglas gets the win 29-14. Archbishop Moeller visiting Scott County tonight. Moeller lost at Trinity last week at the sign, paying homage to the passing of Coach Bill Wilson, who led the 75 Cards to the state title. Leading 7-0 in the first, Moeller's Miles McBride, the screen to RJ KO. He makes Cooper Rob miss, and that's a 44-yard KO.
That boy's fast.
TD. 14-0 Big Mo. Scott County threatening, already losing one fumble, and they do it again inside the Moeller 1-yard line. Turned away at the doorstep after a 3-and-out. Scott County does finally cash in. Austin Barnett from 12 yards away. 38-28 Moeller. Scott County makes a game out of it, but loses by 10.
Welcome back into the Scholastic Ball Report. Our team of the week is out of Frankfort, Kentucky. We told you about them in the onset with Coach Foley. And Coach, want to thank Bob Roberts Insurance. They're out of Richmond, Kentucky. Roberts Insurance, they insure three-quarters of this great state of Kentucky. And, Coach, speaking of this great state of Kentucky, you're right over there at the Capitol. So you got a lot going on over there, Frankfort.
No better place to be.
No better place. You know, this version of the Panthers, very athletic, very quick. Did you know in spring ball that you know, that was going to kind of be the tone of this ball club?
We had an idea.
Yeah.
You know, it's a typical Frankfort team right now. Our numbers are low, but we're blessed with a lot of athletes. We've got a lot of really good kids that are helping us, and that makes it a little better too. Right. Anytime we can go in and talk to a kid and they make moves for us, to be part of the team to better the team, it just makes it that much better. And we kind of saw some of that in the spring, so we were excited about it.
Like the one young man we're going to talk to moved to the offensive line, and you know, he's adapting, isn't he, Coach?
He's getting there.
And he's in studio, so he's on TV. So
and we reward those people.
Tell us about the young man in studio with us.
Well, we've got Brandon Mack right here next to me. He's been a two-year starter for us, plays a little running back, plays a little linebacker. Jeremiah Cockrell has been a 3-year wide receiver and a defensive skilled kid for us, but he's got a little nasty to him, so we thought, man, he can make us better if he goes down on the O-line. And
right.
He was hesitant, but
you like pulling out there on that O-line? Yeah.
Now, he does. When he gets the pull, he enjoys it. When he has to pass block, not real fond of it. But he's getting there. And then we've got Holt Hammonds, who's our quarterback. May play him a little bit in the secondary, but right now we like what he's doing on the offensive side of the ball.
Well, Holt, one thing, you look like a quarterback. You look like somebody I'd see from USC or somebody like that, sitting there posing, you know, with the Heisman or something like that. But, you know, you got to feel confident going into every game with all the weapons you have to pull that trigger with there at Frankfort.
Yes, sir. Our offense is really fun. We've got a ton of athletes, and you just know they're going to make plays for you. Just put the ball out there and trust your line, and it really takes the pressure off of me and our offensive line.
Let me ask you, the young man that's got, I believe, 7 touchdown catches. Tell us about him. I believe there was a young man I saw in your stats. Who's that young man? He's not in studio with us.
That's DeJuan Davis.
Wow.
He couldn't play last year, actually, because he was a transfer in, and he's a big weapon for us this year on both sides of the ball.
Jeremiah, what is it that you like most about this football team, and what do you think the team can improve on as you move on in the regular season and into the playoffs?
Well, I believe what I like about this team is that we come with a lot of potential and enthusiasm, and well, everybody's easy to coach up. So basically, anybody can play anywhere on this team.
I like that. You got to be coachable. You know, Coach Hall told me that. Joe B. Hall. You got to have coachable kids. Obviously, they're coachable.
Very much so.
And Brandon, what are the strengths on both sides of the football? I know you play both ways there for Frankfort.
Yes, sir, I do. Well, most of them we're quick. Both sides of the ball are really quick. So if on offense, if we get the ball out to our athletes and let them run, it takes pressure off Holt, it takes pressure off the offensive line. And if we give 2 seconds, then that's all the offensive line needs with our athletes that we got. But on defense, we're also quick. We're quick all around the board. So if we're quick on defense and offense, on defense, if we mess up and go somewhere wrong, we're able to use our speed and catch up and to make plays if they get one.
Right. Speed kills, doesn't it, Coach?
It definitely makes you the coach a lot better.
It really does. Well, you're 3-0 right now, so congratulations for that. Tough ball game with Williamsburg Friday night as we tape this show. What, Coach? We've heard all these young men, and they've done a great job. What do you think this team needs to really practice and work on as you head into the rest of the season?
We've still got to mature a little bit.
Okay.
We're still young. As odd as that sounds, we played a lot of young kids last year. We've got a lot of youth again this year.
Right.
So we've got to mature a little bit, and we've got to learn to, obviously, injuries.
Right.
We've got to avoid the injury bug. We're an injury away from really struggling.
Right.
But if we can stay injury-free and just keep our attitudes in the right spot and continue to be coachable like we have been, I really like where we're at.
Thank you, Coach. Always great to see you, Coach. Frankfort, you guys keep up the good work. Look forward to seeing you down the road. That's our Team of the Week from the Capital, Frankfort High School. Now we're going to this feature as Lil P, who's a big hit on the show. He goes one-on-one with Dillon Wheatley, one of the top running backs in the state of Kentucky. Lil P.
Panel here from the Scholastic Ball Report, and today I'm at Lexington Christian Academy, standing right next to one of the top running backs in the state, Dillon Wheatley. Thank you so much for being on the show. I just have a few questions to ask you. All right, so my first question is, your team so far is doing really well. You guys are undefeated, so what are your keys to the success?
We just practice hard every day, practice every day of the week, and we just push hard whenever we start playing.
That's awesome, that really is. So Dillon, you're on the field. Put this in like a game situation. You're on the field, QB hikes the ball, he hands it off to you. How are you able to weed through all the players and score that touchdown?
Normally you just either power through them or the line made a good enough hole for you to just walk right through them.
That's awesome. Yeah, when I watch you play, I see the offensive line. They're always blocking right there. But you know what I say? You should head on over to Rafferty's and get them a prime rib sandwich. What do you say? Good idea? Yeah, good idea. All right, so with all the teams hype, so there's so many fans in the crowd, the student section's going wild. How are you able to block out the distractions and just focus on the game?
Well, during the game, you don't really hear them. You're just focused on the task at hand and just do what you have to.
That's great, yeah. Well, congratulations on all the success. I wish you the best of luck for you in the season. Back to you, Gary.
Back in on the show, our most popular segment because it highlights athletes who are doing great things in the classroom as well, with my outstanding intern, Cole Wilson from Model. Great to have you back, Mr. Wilson.
Glad to be here.
And from Boyle County, our scholar athletes are here. Thank you, young ladies, and Coach Dean. We had you on last year. You do a great job. 20th season out there, Coach. Unbelievable. You started the program out there.
Yes, sir, back in '98.
Right. Tell us, I never really get into like who picks the athletes, et cetera, et cetera. But why, when I contacted you, why did you say these 3 young ladies should be honored?
Well, when I picked them, I looked at some of the things that exemplifies our program, you know, and we always believe academics come first. And these 3 ladies work hard in the classroom. They're goal driven. It carries over onto the ball field, and you know, I feel like they deserved a little bit of a reward for that, and so I wanted them to come join me.
They take direction well, don't they?
Yes, they do.
Those grades.
Sometimes.
Sarah, with the 4.0, Coach talked about your work ethic. Where did you learn to strive for excellence?
I'd say it definitely stems from my parents. They raised me to really focus on academics and to just push myself to be the best that I could, whether that's in the classroom or on the field or really anywhere. And I definitely have a little bit of a competitive drive, so that helps.
Yes, it does. And we can see that in you, by the way. Becca, you know, as you heard the coach talk about you there and great things you do at Boyle County in the classroom, you're very engaged in class. When did this begin for you as a young lady?
Well, when I was young in preschool, kindergarten, and like elementary school, I was always kind of different in my classroom because of my creativity and my enjoyment of the arts. So I got to go to GSA for film and photography. So just my creative aspect of me has really separated me from others.
From that creativity to Governor Scholars Program.
Yeah.
The rest is history.
Emily, with the 4.0, you really know about high achievement. How does this carry over into the rest of your life?
So I think that the best part about like learning to achieve is that you continue to do so. So striving for bigger and better goals is something that you can spend your whole life doing, and I really admire that, and that's what I want to do with the rest of my life, like achieve goals and set new ones.
Coach, you're at practice with these young ladies every day, so
Yes,
you
sir.
know what drives them. What about these young ladies you think will be successful for them later in life?
I think the perseverance. They all have grit, and you know, they understand failure is part of learning, and to be able to accept failure and to continue to strive for your goals, like Emily said, is definitely something that these 3 ladies have in common, and it's going to be the reason why they're going to be successful in life.
And in 20 years, you've seen enough ladies out there, Boyle County.
Yes, I have.
You know what's going to be successful.
Yes, sir.
So after high school, what are your plans for college?
I'm currently undecided on where I'm going to go, but I really want to pursue a sports psychology degree, and so basically that's coming back and tying back into all my sports.
We both need help in that regard in our tennis game, so we'll be contacting you, I'm sure.
For sure.
How about you, young lady?
I'm undecided with which college I'm going to go to as well, but I'm interested in studying film and photography in college, so taking that side.
Awesome. We'll be looking for you down the road.
Yeah.
How about you, young lady?
I haven't decided where I want to go to college yet, but I'm really interested in international business and languages and also biology.
Coach, if you would pass that down. Crown Trophy presents a beautiful plaque to each scholar athlete. You'll get those personalized with your name and school on it for free. Congratulations, and Coach, it's always great to see you. You do a tremendous job, and young ladies, I'm looking forward to great things out of you down in the future too. Thank you all very much.
I appreciate it. Thank you.
That's our scholars from Boyle County Soccer. They're doing outstanding things on the soccer field out there and in the classroom. And now we're going to this Sutherland Chevrolet Drive of the Week as Cole and I take you down 27 to Nicholasville, Kentucky.
It's that special moment when we present to you the Sutherland Chevrolet Drive of the Week and 2 of the best names in all of central and southern Kentucky hooking up for this play. Wayne County at Boyle County, and Wayne County quarterback Lorenzo Lindsay looking downfield and finds his receiver Stetson Simpson. That tied the game at 7 apiece. The Cardinals would lose to Boyle County, but Lorenzo Lindsay to Stetson Simpson is our Sutherland Chevrolet Drive of the Week.
Welcome back in with our new intern out of Tage Creek, Waveney Brooks. Great to have you back on the show.
It's great to be here.
Waveney's here from Tage Creek, and with us for the first time on the Scholastic Ball Report, Riley Cunningham. He is the kind of apropos you were here with the Frankfort Panthers who were on with us earlier because you're their athletic trainer.
Yes, sir, I am.
What's it like dealing with those guys? A lot of fun?
Just a bunch of clowns that just goof around all the time.
You know, what is acclimatization and why is it important to our athletes here in Kentucky?
For being such a big word, the meaning of it just basically means that you're just adapting to the climate around you, whether it be changes in temperature, changes in humidity, or changes in altitude. And the importance for Kentucky is that since we're such a hot and humid state during the summer, the KHSAA has incorporated a plan for coaches and athletes to follow that kind of restrict on how practice starts out and then kind of gradually adds more equipment and what you can do during practice.
Right. That's why we're the second healthiest state in Kentucky, right?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
So what are some ways that an athlete can assist in acclimatization and prevent heat illness?
Hydration, hydration, hydration. That is key. Also eating a well-balanced meal as well. And then you hear this from coaches saying, you know, don't stay inside sucking in the AC. That's actually pretty true. You got to think if you're staying in the AC, you're getting used to that cold environment, and then you go out and you practice for an hour or two in the 90, 100 degree weather, and your body's not able to adapt to that. You need to be outside. You need to either doing some hobby, you need to be doing yard work, something. But if you are doing that, you need to check the heat index. You need to make sure that you hydrate. And you need to take plenty of breaks.
Right. Well, you guys do a tremendous job there at UK Sports Medicine with all the student athletes. We appreciate what you do, and thank you for getting us acclimatized to this situation because we know that's important, especially with the heat and everything.
Yes, sir. It's been pretty good.
That's UK Sports Medicine, and there you see their website, their phone number. Give them a call. They got the walk-in clinic. Thanks to those folks for all they do. Now we're going to these final highlight package of Friday night flights and game time with Lee K and Brian, brought to you by Prep Spin.
Mercer County and Garrett County haven't met in 11 years. The last time, that was in 2006 when these current players were still on the playground and Justin Timberlake's Sexy Back was on the top of the charts. Brian had the CD.
I did not write that.
Tonight, the two hook up again. Both teams looking to go 3-1 on the year. They're playing that up in the press box tonight. WKYT's reporter Phil Pendleton up there handling the play-by-play duties on the radio tonight. Second quarter, Garrett's Matthew Green sees some daylight. He's gone 47 yards. Into the house for the touchdown. Mercer up 28-22 just before the half. Mercer strikes back. Jackson Lewis on the toss, cuts it back across the middle. See ya. 63 yards on this one. He just outraces everyone. Titans take a 34-22 lead into the locker room. Mercer escapes with a 49-42 win.
East just survives 27-26. And Paris gets the win tonight, 41-7 over the Breads.
And welcome back into the wrap. This is an interesting wrap because we've got a sort of a situation. We want to pass the torch here. Rick Panel here, who you saw on the show for years, and we've got, of course, a great new gentleman here for you to pass the torch to.
We do. We were just talking about, do we have the proverbial torch? But, you know, I do want to introduce Tom.
Yeah, Tom Viney.
I mean, his name is Tom Viney, and he's from Georgetown, Scott County. He comes from a family of swimmers, and Gary, he was not a swimmer in college, but he did run track at Western Kentucky University.
That's outstanding. That's a great school.
And his sister has been on the show before as a coach of Lexington Catholic.
Okay. Well, Tom, I know it's you and I had lunch one day, so I know the transition's been really smooth for you.
Transition's been wonderful. You start out, you have a company that, like Rick started out and just is just a wonderful place for people to come in the Lexington and the greater Kentucky area. And so just being able to carry that tradition on has been spectacular.
Well, I know we're looking forward to the swimming and diving segments that we started probably several years ago, and you'll be helping with those because you've got your pulse right on all those top swimmers and divers in the area.
Absolutely. If it has to do with swimming, it's happening at Panel Swim Shop.
Well, as always on the Scholastic Ball Report, for those you see and those you don't see.
Keep your eye on the Scholastic Ball Report.
The Scholastic Ball Report is sponsored by UK Sports Medicine and brought to you by Central Bank, Crown Trophy, Panel Swim Shop, P-Rats, PrepSpin.com, Raising Cane's, Rafferty's, Roberts Insurance, Sutherland Chevrolet, and by Whitaker Bank.